Hi, I'm Dr. M. Kamakshaya, open source software evangelist and also a full stack software developer, enterprise solution architect. I'm academic of data science and analytics. For the past few videos, I've been making a series of demonstrations related to a particular software application called SADSA, software which stands for Software Application for Data Science and Analytics. In my previous videos, I have explained how to deal with text processing, just like converting academic research papers, abstracts from a few academic research papers into data sets and then do analysis using structural equation modeling. And after that, I explained about exploratory factor analysis, not thoroughly, but some certain introductory. That's introductory level, not advanced. So in this video, I just would like to give clues as how to make use of this, machine learning menu. Because data analytics has very few techniques, including time series analysis, which I will discuss later after some time. But in this video, I'm going to talk about machine learning, particularly logistic regression and support vector machines. So how this application supports machine learning algorithms. Machine learning particularly falls under a particular type of analysis called prescriptive analysis. In business analytics, we have, the main aim of this application is to use it for teaching learning required in business analytics. In business analytics, we have three types of analysis: descriptive, predictive, prescriptive. So descriptive, predictive data analysis menu will take care of, but as far as prescriptive analysis is concerned, machine learning is required. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use machine learning menu for a couple of submenus like logistic regression maximum. If time permits, I'll go for support vector machines. Okay, where is this? I have updated my repo. I use a lot of ChatGPT in my. So where is it? So you can just go to my. It's a basic application. It's not advanced. It's not SADSA advanced. My first video I explained SADSA advanced, and second video I think I used SADSA. So go to my GitHub. Here SADSA repo. You have Windows executable file, and then there is something called SADSA.tar. This is for Linux, Mac, Android people. So that I will discuss later. Okay, this is what you need to download for Windows platform. SADSA setup.exe. You can just install as any other. Only thing is that you need to install this application as administrator or admin privileges in Windows, right? It is also hosted in SourceForge. I think you can just go to SourceForge. Kind of like, yeah, I'll go to the home. So if you come here and SADSA, right, it will appear here. So you can just download it. This is rather easy. Like there is a download button, and if you press download, your download will start. I don't know if I pressed or not, but now I pressed. Yeah, your download starts. It's just like any other software, you can download it and you can install like any other software, something like that. See, like this, it will. And then after that, as a regular, you can install this as any other regular software. Okay, so how can we use machine learning algorithm? Okay, this is actually used as scikit-learn library in my application. So most of you can read the documentation here. That's why I did not furnish any documentation in support of my application. So you can just come here to Python document. This is a Python application, right? So how does this work? Like I'm not going to import data sets and do machine learning. That I will do later because a lot of recording is required. So I just wanted to keep my video very short and cut. So what I do, I have a menu called transformation. Of course, this is another. Many of you might be having doubt like how to use transformations, especially data simulations. So if you press data simulations, it will ask like how many number of variables you would like to simulate. I first use 5. later I'll try to. And whenever you are using machine learning menu or machine learning algorithms, see that there will be sufficient number of rows. You cannot just implement machine learning algorithms on 5 rows, 10 rows, 15 rows, something like that, because these algorithms will split the dataset into train test datasets. So when we training the algorithm, we need to have sufficient number of rows. You cannot train algorithm on 3 rows, 4 rows out of 5 rows, something like that. See that at least minimum you will have 30. So more number of, because it all depends on input data. Machine learning, the precision depends on input data, right? So how many number of rows? Yeah, I want 30 rows. And then name of the variable is x1. This is a bit chronic thing. Maybe in my future implementations or future updates, I will change the way we work with these prompts, I mean for inputs. So x1 is the variable number 1, and it is going to be integer type, and then it starts with 1 and ends with 6. Second variable x2, and it is also integer. I'm using tab alt tab button to focus, to get the focus to this window, right? It is actually not a window, it is a prompt. So start value 1 and end value is 6, and x3 int 1 6 and x4 int 1 6. So assuming that 1 to 5, a Likert scale kind of thing. And then last one 5. Int 1 6. Your data. Think there something went wrong here. There is 3. I'll change this. Rename columns. This is not 3. This should be x3. Right. I take, because I have an opportunity to explain you how to correct that mistake in the application. Now, since we've changed the data set, save data should be, so that if you go back, where are the, okay, names are not there in this. Yeah, no. Okay, let's go for rename. Yeah, now it is changed, right? 3 changed into x3, something like that. That is what is. So I'm going to create one more variable that is going to be a target variable. I call it as x. Why? Not an integer. Please try again. Okay. Number of variables 1, and then number of rows, yes, 30, and name of the variable y, and it is integer. I'll take 0 1 3, something like that, or 0 1 is okay for simplicity. You can also take 1 to 5 responses, but I would like to take a binary variable. 0 is starting, and then 3 is 2. Yeah. Now I got my response variable, which means target 0 1 1 1. There are less ones, more zeros. That is incidental. Okay. Now that we got, I save the data here. Now let's go to the machine learning. I would like to perform. So by the way, if you don't know what is logistic regression, please go online and read the methodology and also the utility or applications of logistic regression. That is not the aim of this video demonstration. I just wanted to show you how to do that. It is hands-on kind of thing. Okay. So dependent variable is y, and independent x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. Y stands for breast cancer, yes or no, and x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 stands for dependent variables, like maybe some medical pre-existing medical conditions or food habits or something, whatever it is, like So I'm not into the context, I'm just into the workflow. I just wanted to show you the whole process of performing machine learning, logistic regression using some input data. We don't create data, we import data, but in order to make my video short. I'm not importing. If I import data, maybe in other video I will try to explain that. Okay, now how much I should use for training? So I use 60% of data, not 80%. Let's see. Now yes, we got the results. If you don't know what it indicates, you just copy this. I can explain, but I don't want to. I'll come back and explain. Go to ChatGPT. Today ChatGPT made our life so easy. Now I can ask, like, interpret. Meanwhile, when I'll come back to here, this place. First I'll interpret myself. The precision talks about, predictability, which means, for instance, if you look at 0, so there are two classes here for prediction. The first class is 0, maybe you can assume it as no. The other class is 1, you can assume it as yes. Now 0 have been predicted, so this is a predictability. 55% of zeros were predicted as zeros, and none of ones were predicted as ones. That's amazing. Something going on. Okay, recall is reliability. Like how much of this prediction is reliable? Now 62% it is reliable, 0% is reliable for one. Something went wrong. I told you, there are more number of zeros in our input data. Maybe if you change your input data, there are less number of zeros. So when we split this test train sets, maybe most of them are zeros and very less of them are ones. That caused this problem. Now this is called balance. F1 score balance between this precision and recall, which means predictability and then reliability, sort of thing. And you see there were 8 data points. I mean, this is on test set, right? We have given 60% of data for training. So 18 data points for training and 12 data points for testing. So 8 plus 4, 12. So that is how it works. So support is 8 data points actually zeros and only 4 data points are ones. So that is not good. So that is why this predictability, reliability and balance, all of them are. Now coming to accuracy, only 41% of the predictions are accurate. And 41% of recall is accurate, and then 41% of each of 41% of predictability, reliability and balance is accurate. And this is actually a kind of measure that talks about the unbiased, like I don't know how to say, like for instance we have two groups, right? Two classes, 0 and 1. It doesn't matter how many, in class 1 there are 8 data points which are of 0 and 4 data points which are of 4. But what is the accuracy irrespective of this domination? If that is a question, now it is only 27, close to 30%. That's not good. Actually, this should be maximum, right? And now this is, the major class influence. So 37, what is the major class? It is 0 class. Maybe no. So their domination is 37%, which is close to 40%. That is also not good. So this is how we can perform the logistic regression. Now let us go back to the ChatGPT and let's look at precision 56. When the model predicts class 0, it is correct 56%. Exactly what he said. Recall 62.5. It correctly identifies 62.5% of actual class 0. This is happening in class 0, by the way. So the prediction is different from correction. So how many of the data points zeros were being identified correctly is what is the discussion here. So next, coming to there is a decent balance here. So 59% of that is 0. It's not percent. I don't think this is a percent. So 59 is a decent value out of 100 or 1. Sorry. And these are the things for class 1, as I have already predicted. So accuracy is only 41.67%. That's not good. So as it is very poor And this is a simple average across both classes, as I have said, unbiased. And this is biased, like, what is the influence of one class over the other. Something like this. Okay, this is how we can do logistic machine learning analysis through this menu machine learning algorithms. Machine learning. So this is for this video. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for the new content, and bye bye for now.